hope you had a good Christmas. This is between Christmas and New Year now, and I was thinking Christmas is so commercialized, isn't it? I don't know about you, but I've been getting emails since I think October about Christmas, all the way through, right through Christmas Day, and still emails trying to get me to buy this, buy that. You'll save 20% if you buy now, and so on. Of course, I'll save 100% if I don't buy anything, but they don't tell me that. Um, and sometimes we can think, oh, I wish it was like it was years ago when it was less commercialized, less money orientated. But you know, even if you go back to the very first Christmas, the Christmas that Jesus was born, you find that the emperor Augustus sent out a decree that there should be a census of all the known world. Why? So that everyone should be taxed. So when Mary and Joseph went to Bethlehem, and he had to go to Bethlehem because that was like their ancestral home, and everyone had to go to their ancestral home to be registered. So they went, in a sense, with a heavy heart, knowing that next year they would be poorer because of the taxes imposed by the Romans. So not only would they be occupied by the Romans, but then they would be taxed. And of course, the taxes would always fall worse on the poorer people of the nations. And as we now enter 2022, we've all been told already, haven't we, that energy prices are rising. We know that fuel prices are rising. We know that interest rates are going up. And so it's going to cost us more. And it'll be more of a struggle. I'm self-employed. So, and those of you that are self-employed, at the end of January, we all have to pay 2/3 of our annual tax. And so it is a bit of a tougher time of the year. Jesus came to this earth when things were tough, when the Romans were in control, when no one was really free. On top of that, his mum got pregnant before she was married, and so she was an outcast in the culture of that day. She would have been a complete outcast. And when Joseph married her, he would have been an outcast as well, because they would have assumed he was the father. On top of that, they had to go to Jerusalem, to Bethlehem, just when Mary's baby was due to be born. On top of that, after Jesus was born, there was genocide in the Bethlehem area when all the baby boys under 2 were murdered by King Herod. And Jesus escaped that because an angel appeared to Joseph in a dream, and they escaped to Egypt. And they were effectively, for at least 2 years, refugees in Egypt, or in Egyptian-held territory. So Jesus had a rough start. There's a TV program called Rich House, Poor House, where basically families swap living accommodation for a few days. So the rich people would go to perhaps a 2-bedroom flat. The poor people would move into perhaps a 6-bedroom mansion, and just see how the other side lives, as it were, and to see how they fare. Jesus came from the glories of the heavenly realms, where there's just absolute bliss, absolute peace, absolute love, absolute happiness, to this earth, where yes, we have our fair share of happiness, but also we have our fair share of trouble and trial and anxiety and worry. And he came so that he would understand exactly what it's like to live here. But also he came to give us a way out. And he gave us the way to a higher life. That's why he came as our saviour. We read in a lot of the Christmas carols, it talks about Jesus coming as a saviour. He comes to save us from ourselves, from our selfishness, from all the things that we mess up with. He came to give us a new life. So as we finish this Christmas and as we go into the new year, what better thing could we do than ask Jesus to guide us and ask him to help us with all the strains and struggles of life. So my prayer is that every one of you listening may have a blessed new year. No matter what it throws at you, may you know that you're not alone, that God is with you, and that there are people who can help you as well. God bless you all. Bye.